Hello and welcome to our mini-webinar series, Healing from Cancer. It's not about the fight. These may be viewed as often as you like and in any order. You may use the F11 key to switch between regular and full-screen viewing modes throughout the presentation. My name is Dr. Charlie Schwingel, Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine and Homeopathic Physician. All webinars are sponsored by the Hope for Cancer Foundation, a nonprofit educational corporation. This information is for educational purposes only. It is not meant to serve as or to replace medical advice for any health condition. For advice regarding the diagnosis or treatment of any medical condition, you should consult a qualified health practitioner. Through these mini-webinars, Hope for Cancer Foundation offers a very different way of looking at and interpreting cancer, often with some very thought-provoking concepts. Let us begin. This is mini-webinar number 5, the 2 phases of cancer. All chronic illnesses, including cancer, have 2 significant phases, conflict phase and healing phase. Looking at this graph, which is called the compass, developed of German New Medicine by Dr. Reiki Hammer, who is the founder and developer of this science of German New Medicine, has come up with this graph. And let's begin with looking at this black line that goes above and below this dotted line. Above the line represents daytime activity, below the line is nighttime. So daytime is up and going and solving problems, and nighttime is rest and healing and repair. Well, when we encounter a situation in life that represents a biologic conflict, we're driven into this conflict course all the time. Our minds and our bodies are in daytime active problem-solving phase around the clock and for the duration until we can find a resolution to conflict. And then we go into a prolonged healing phase. The first part of healing phase is the body cleaning itself up from some of the physiologic changes that happen in conflict. And then we revisit the issue of the conflict very briefly but very intensely, and that can bring closure to it. And when it's finished, it's finished. We go into the final part of healing phase and then back into normal daytime-nighttime rhythm, and the conflict is over and it doesn't come back. So let's turn this off and proceed. Some of the symptoms of conflict phase characteristics are that we are preoccupied with worry about the issue, trying to find a resolution to it. Because of that, we have poor sleep, usually interrupted, waking maybe at 3 o'clock in the morning and difficulty going back to sleep. Colder hands and feet, because the blood is going to the inside of the body. Less appetite, and because of that, weight loss. And tumors grow in conflict phase. Tumors grow quietly because there are not a lot of symptoms to help resolve the conflict during conflict phase. Outward symptoms and findings are few, but tumors are found in conflict mostly because we're looking for them. Medical science has learned to look for prostate exams, PSA blood test, rectal exam on a regular basis, breast exams, mammogram annually or biannually, colonoscopies. But that is because the tumors will grow during the conflict. During this phase, the body is converting its mind, its energy, its efforts to an energy pattern that is designed to help find a solution to the conflict, which includes physiological changes in the organs in the body to enhance the function of that organ to solve the conflict. And again, when we reach conflict resolution, then we go into 2 parts of a healing phase. Characteristics of the healing phase are like this. With the conflict resolution, the mind and body automatically shift into healing phase. Tumors stop growing in healing phase, and that is the only time tumors stop growing. There is a sense of greater well-being and relief, warmer hands and feet, and better sleep, and appetite, and of course, because of that, some weight gain. This happens in the healing phase on this chart. The first part of healing phase is called exudation, and that means the body will go into a discharge, a cleansing, like fevers, like sweats, like increased urinary or digestive system output. There could be inflammation because of that, some pain. And when we revisit the issue, it's over, and then there's a very relaxed and a healing over scar type phase. So when it's finished, and it doesn't go backwards. However, some people can get stuck between wanting to get into healing phase and becoming re-exposed to conflict. and then they get back into healing because they know they want to get better, but they still have to live with whatever the conflict is. And they can go back and forth through here for quite a long time. Sometimes that happens. Healing phase symptoms are more apparent. The appearance of symptoms, though, is a very reliable sign that actual healing is really happening. Fevers, inflammation, because of that, swelling, pain, discharges, fatigue, very often profound fatigue that may last for several days. But when that's going on, a most wonderful thing is happening. Healing begins automatically. As soon as we find resolution to the biologic conflict, tumors stop growing, and the mind and the body go into a healing phase spontaneously, and that represents actual, complete, and lasting healing. So let's talk about that a moment. What is healing? Healing is a process of nature. It is not something we can force upon the body. We live in natural bodies. We must turn to nature for healing. Healing cannot be forced upon the body by artificial, man-made means ever. Thank you for your attention. To proceed to the next slideshow in the series, exit this slideshow and click on the next topic of your choice. This is Dr. Charlie Schwingle, speaking for the Hope for Cancer Foundation.